April book haul round 2. Hey guys, I'm back with another book haul. So let's do some explaining. I got my tax return back, and so I did a little bit of shopping, and I got quite a few books that I want to talk about. And I don't want this muddled up into my May books that I will be purchasing, because I bought all of these in April, and I don't want a huge book haul that takes forever to go through. So let's just go through the ones that I got with my tax return. The first of those would be The Bloodstones by Tori Tekken. Now, I've heard so many good things about this. I am a little worried though, because there are some things that I have heard that make me think that this might not be for me. And I'm just going to read the first quote on the back of the book. It says, Tori Tekken's love letter to the genre and a tour de force of world building and character development. So what that says to me is that this is a character-driven story, but it sounds really good. His name is not worthy. A traitor is executed. His name ripped away from history. Now the kingdom stands on the brink of a succession war that could bring the country to its knees. Forces stalk the darkness, moving pawns into place in a deadly game. Garen and his brothers were not meant to witness the execution, but now they find themselves trapped in the center of a political quagmire. When Garen faces the loss of everything he knows, will he also lose himself? To the south, tribal warlords clash in an endless cycle of violence. Sindri, the daughter of a chieftain, kills for the honor of her people. An alliance with a foreign queen offers the power to unite the tribes, but at what cost? Someday history will remember them as legends. So it sounds really good. It sounds a little dark, and so I am like completely down for giving this a try. If I don't like it, I don't like it. But I also really like Tori, so I wanted to support her. I do also have Phase by her. I think I have ebook and audio, possibly, I'm not sure. But I'm very excited to get into this and give it a try. Legends of the Bruja. So it sounds really cool. Also, this is on my May TBR for May the Force Read With You. And then one of the people that I talk to fairly regularly on Discord sells books, and they offered these to me for shipping costs. And it is Jean Lo Carlson's Black Mark, Blood Mark, and Golden Mark. They look really cool. And I read the description on the first one. Black Mark is a spellbinding, strong development of characters, fully integrated storylines with intriguing plot twists and deep world building, a fantasy novel that takes you on a journey you never want to leave. So I love when authors can do character and plot in equal measure, and it turns out to be like this epic story. Anthony Ryan, that's one of the reasons I absolutely love him. But it sounded like it would be up my alley. Wrongfully accused of treason, veteran Kingsman Ilol seeks the truth of a betrayal that caused the Kingsman to vanish a decade ago. Inked with the black mark and despised for it, Ilol discovers the truth and exposes ancient enemies. Now he must give everything to shatter the hidden sect that usurped power from the throne. A bloody war will be reaped in the shadows that will burn nations and bring kings to their knees. So I'm pretty excited for this. I do know that this has some smutty stuff in it as well. So I'm kind of excited to see a fantasy that has romance in it, but not necessarily a romantasy. And it's called The Kingsman Chronicles. And I'm like, every time I think about it, I'm like, King Killer Chronicles? That's what I want to say. And then to throw some romantasy into the mix, I've heard very good things about Spark of the Everflame, and I wanted to pick it up and see what I thought about it. When old secrets catch fire, everything will burn. In a mortal world colonized by the gods and ruled over by the descended, their cruel magic-wielding offspring, Diem Bellator yearns to escape the insular life of her poor village. Her mother's sudden disappearance and the discovery of a dangerous secret about her past offer Diem an unexpected opportunity to enter the dark world of the descended royalty and unlock the web of mysteries her mother left behind. So I think it sounds really good. I like the prospect of the main character having her own story within this romantasy setting. Oftentimes, whenever you get into a romantasy, it's all about the relationship, and that is something I find lacking. Like I don't think it's good writing to just focus on the romance unless you're writing a romance. But very much looking forward to that one. The next three are highly, highly anticipated releases for me that I have just been very excited to get a hold of. And the first of those would be To Cage a God by Elizabeth May. To cage a god is divine. To be divine is to rule. To rule is to destroy. Now, I've heard that this is kind of dark, and that's what, like, made the light in my brain go off. Using ancient secrets, Galena and Sarah's mother grafted gods into their bones. Bound to brutal deities and granted forbidden power no commoner has held in a millennia, the sisters have grown up to become living weapons, raised to overthrow an empire no matter the cost. So, very, very much looking forward to this one. Elizabeth May is actually going to be coming up for my Patreon, and we'll talk about that later, but I'm very, very excited to get to this one. And then one that I have seen make the rounds, it's a little outside of my typical reading tastes. The dust jacket got damaged. Anyway, Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll. Now, I've heard great things about this. I've heard some people really don't like this. And like I said, this is way outside of my reading taste. But I thought it sounded really good because it's inspired by the serial killer. And the funny thing is, I can't remember which serial killer it's based off of, but this is the serial killer's victims. However, one of the things about this is the serial killer is never named. And now I can't think of the name. Is it Dahmer? No, maybe. I don't remember. But this is the story from the victim's perspective. And I think that that sounds really cool. Really, really cool. And then, of course, we have The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I'm so excited to be reading more Leigh Bardugo. And if you guys don't know, this is Spanish Golden Age. I'm going to read you the part that got me. Determined to seize this one chance to better her fortunes, Lucia plunges into the world of seers and alchemists, holy men and hucksters, where the lines between magic, science, and fraud are never certain. But as her notoriety grows, so does the danger that her Jewish blood will doom her to the Inquisitor's wrath. She will have to use every bit of her wit to survive, even if that means enlisting the help of Gwillian Santigal, an embittered immortal familiar whose own secrets could prove deadly for them both. Also, look at this. This is not a special edition. This is just how the book comes. And I never looked under the dust jacket to see if the... Oh, it's embossed. But there's nothing like super fancy under it. It's just embossed right there. I am looking forward to this so much. It sounds like it's going to be a gothic tale, which you guys know I absolutely love gothic books. And I'm looking forward to this so much. Look at the scorpion crawling out of her shirt. Creepy. But it sounds very good. And I hope to get to it soon. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to make it onto the TBR, but definitely one that I want to read ASAP. All right, that is it for my video today. I have a Patreon if you guys would like to support what I do here, and all of my links can be found in a link tree link down below. Bye.